Good morning, everyone. This is a continuation part for the SPA assignment part one, which has been submitted recently. For the people can for the requirement. In short, the people has to be created, uh, able to create a profile into join into a community. People can join into a community, interact with the people in the same community, and people can able to create or view the other people's posts also. If a person is trying to create a post, they can be they can be posted any type of data. It can be text, or it can be commented, it can be videos, or any kind of such kind of. The people in the same community can actually view that same posted by some person, and they can interact with the same post by clicking on like button or commenting or doing a share of that. And along with the same interacting the people, uh, creating a post, the person can actually view the others people post in their user timeline. Along with the user timeline and creating a post or updating on the post, people can actually chat with other people in the same community. Maybe the chat can be enabled via one-to-one session, or the chat can be a one-to-many sessions also. And we have created different APIs to handle all these kind of tasks. To create a post, we have a post API, dedicated post API. We have to create any comment, we have a dedicated comment API. If you want to see the user's timeline, we have a timeline API. And everything was been handled over the Kafka streaming. Every event has been driven to Kafka streaming, and we have implemented the same Kafka streaming, and we are giving the live analytics using the Power BI in the Azure Analytics, using Azure Analytics system. And from here, I'll be handovering to Praveen to discuss about the ER diagram and the database management.
Forward, we will be discussing on the demo part of how we have implemented the API and the interaction with the databases, and the Kafka will be used as a streaming part for our analytical sites. So with starting off with the entity relationship, we have 5 tables. So one is the user, post, hashtag, and comments. The interaction between all these entities is how we have designed our timeline and post. So a user will be able to post multiple posts, and he can have multiple friends, and the comments is something that can be accessible to your friends, and they would be able to add their own inputs to it as well. And hashtag we have created a separate table because that's where the trend analysis is happening, and based on the number of posts on a particular trend, the final analysis output will be coming through. And the implementation of the API has been done into 2 parts. The first part is a Python implementation with the Flask, where the get and the post methods have been implemented, and the UI part has been designed as a part of this one through Swagger. So as a part of this user timeline, if you could check it out, we have all the posts related to this one, which will be available for anybody's view. And to have a live demo of it, you can use a Postman. So with this one, if you could check it out, a new user can actually post any post with the hashtag. And if we actually send that request and we check it in the new timeline, we can see the new one will being added at the end. So this is a live demo of how we would be able to post the comments, and similarly you will be able to get a particular timeline and particular user information, and on top of it a particular user can actually give his comments as well as a part of this one. And if you could check out the get comment, we can see that the new comments would get added to the particular post, and the same will be reflected to our database. We have implemented it using MongoDB, and the collection which will hold all the information of the 5 tables which we were been initially talking about, and the mocked up data and the new data would be available as a part of this interaction. So the latest data which we have added will be given it as a part of the MongoDB as well. So this information will be reflecting into the database, and the timeline will also be in sync with the database, following which the Kafka streaming would also be carried out, and based on the hashtag and the timeline information, the Kafka streaming will be taking it over from there.
So in this demo, we talk about the 2 major components. One is that Event Hub, and another one is the Stream Analytics services. That Event Hubs is used, which is it's an Azure component. Behind the scene, it uses the Kafka services. These services used to collect these informations from the users which they are posting it, and then once this message has been collected, and then it is being used by Stream Analytics job to process that hashtags. Now, I have created one small background jobs to simulate the huge volume of data which has been posted to the social apps, similar to like Twitter or Facebook. So if you see here, then the message I have written a code which is in C# to post the content, and mainly it's targeting the 4 or 5 tags. And if you see that messages is being continuously posting from this job, which is simulating the real world systems. If you go back to the services here, you can see that the number of requests which has been hitting that event hubs, and then the number of messages coming out to the system, and then what is the throughput of the systems. You see here that 9.16K K of messages and a successful request which has been processed, right? So now the systems, now the messages has been arrived to the Kafka systems. Now it's an social media stream which reads those messages and process this and send that output to the one of that UI. So I see here, if you this is the stream which is comes from that event hub, and output is the Power BI. So we are streaming this data to these and Power BI systems directly. And if you look at that query, it's a very simple query to get these messages from this Kafka and posting it to this and Power BI, and then tumbling window is like every second, every 5 seconds. Now, if you look at it here, and yeah, that messages started streaming, and you should able to see the Tokyo trends, bronze, silver, and gold, which has been processing. And then there is a small bit of a lag to get it, but the messages has been getting processed and streamed to this Power BI directly.